The senator from 5th Middlesex, Senator Lewis.
Thank you, Madam President. On the final fiscal year 24 budget, one of the reasons I'm going to be most proud to cast my vote for this budget will be because we will have rejected, hopefully, this amendment tonight, and because this policy will be included in the final budget, and we will loudly and clearly affirm the dignity of every person, especially our immigrant community, regardless of their immigration status. Some of you know I'm proud to be an immigrant to this country. Had the great privilege to come with my family when I was a child. 12 years old, we immigrated from South Africa. And my family was extraordinarily fortunate because my father worked for an American company at that time, and they were able to sponsor us to come here and to have green cards and then be on a path to citizenship. But I don't begrudge in any way other people in very different circumstances who come to this country. The same reasons we did, seeking greater opportunity, leaving a country, in this case, whose values and system of governance we did not agree with. People who are fleeing unbelievable hardships and violence and terror. I do not begrudge them in the least, and they should all be treated with respect and dignity. Most people are probably not aware that last year, 2022, we actually celebrated a significant anniversary. It was the 40th anniversary of a very significant Supreme Court decision, the Plyler versus Doe decision from 1982. And that decision was the result of a case that began in the 1970s. It was a courageous group of immigrant parents, poor, undocumented parents, who risked deportation of themselves and their families to stand up and say it was not right that their children were being denied access to their local elementary school because of their immigration status. And they took their case to court. They won in the lower court and went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court affirmed that every child has the right to a public school education in this country, regardless of their status. And the lower courts and the Supreme Court, all the way up, understood how important it is that every child have access to an education, and understood that if you deny a child access to an education, you are robbing the entire community, the entire society, of the potential and the talents of that child. So why, as has been said, would we invest in a public education for all of our children? And we've talked for hours today about the importance of a high-quality education, K-12 education for our students. Why would we do that and then not make it accessible for these students to continue on to higher education, to continue to grow and develop and to realize their fullest potential and their talents? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So I'm very proud to be a member of this body tonight, and I will certainly be casting my vote in opposition to this amendment. And again, very grateful to the Senate President, to all of our colleagues for making this a priority to provide access for all of our young people to our high-quality public institutions of higher education. Thank you.